For centuries, we've been told that the ancient Egyptians dragged massive 2.5-ton stone blocks up enormous ramps using sheer manpower and ropes to build the pyramids. Aliens? Giant sleds? Endless slave labor? But what if the real secret was much simpler and wetter than we ever imagined? What if the pyramids weren't built by brute force alone, but by the power of water? Imagine this: the Nile River, Egypt's lifeline, wasn't just for farming or transport. Recent groundbreaking discoveries reveal that the pyramids were strategically built right next to long-lost branches of the Nile, ancient waterways that have since dried up and vanished under sand and farmland. In 2024, scientists uncovered the Aramat Branch, a 64-kilometer-long forgotten arm of the Nile that once flowed directly beside 31 pyramids, including the iconic Giza complex. Using satellite radar, geophysical surveys, and soil cores, researchers proved this river branch was deep and wide enough up to 700 meters across to float massive barges loaded with limestone and granite blocks straight to the construction sites. No endless overland dragging needed. Raised causeways from the pyramids led right to these river ports like ancient highways ending at docks. But it gets even more mind-blowing for Egypt's oldest pyramid, the Step Pyramid of Djoser at Saqqara, built around 4,700 years ago. A controversial 2024 study in PLOS One proposes that the Egyptians didn't just use water for transport. They harnessed it as a hydraulic lift system inside the pyramid itself. Picture a sophisticated network. A massive stone enclosure called Gisr el-Mutter acted like a dam, capturing floodwaters from seasonal rains and channeling them through a deep trench, a rock-carved system that purified the water like an ancient treatment plant. Clean water then flowed into vertical shafts deep inside the pyramid. By controlling water levels, a floating platform could rise like a primitive elevator, hoisting heavy stones upward with buoyancy and pressure. Fill the shaft, stones float up. Drain it, platform lowers for the next load. This volcano-style internal lift minimized manpower and explained mysterious shafts and chambers long puzzled over. Engineering models confirm it. The site's location in a watershed basin provided enough flood water volume, and Nile proximity made logistics feasible. Archaeological evidence, dry moats, tunnels, and sealed conduits matches a hydraulic setup perfectly. The Egyptians were master hydraulic engineers, already building canals and sluices for irrigation. Traditional ramps and levers were likely used too, but water channels revolutionized the process, making the impossible efficient. These discoveries rewrite history. The pyramids weren't miracles of sweat alone, but triumphs of clever hydro-engineering. So, next time you gaze at those towering wonders, remember, the Nile didn't just sustain life, it helped lift the stones that defied gravity. Thanks for watching.